fine, whatever. It's currently about 10:22, 10:23. I finished work about like 15 minutes ago, and my God, I'm tired. I've been working since 9. Basically, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a life update, to be quite honest. I feel like I don't really have that much people to update to kind of be doing this whole like where I've been, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like before I come back to this platform and start making content again, I kind of need to just get this off my chest, because I feel like a few people may be able to relate to like, you know, where my head is currently at the moment. Just in terms of like what I've been going through, what's been occupying the most of my time. And yeah, like I just felt like I needed to get this out. I'm gonna cover 4 things mainly. I'm gonna cover content creation, where I've been spending most of my time, internship struggles, I guess you could call it that. And lastly, like where my head's at. Yeah, those are the 4 things I'm gonna cover. With content creation, my intention this year was not to come back to YouTube like and be super consistent, i.e. dropping videos week on week. I actually kind of had like intentions of taking a more loose approach and doing videos like every other week, maybe even like 2 videos a month, if that, right? And you know, one of the main reasons why like I kind of just disappeared is because I've been very uninspired to make content, right? So I kind of like came into the year, you know, starting a new role in private equity and saying to myself, yep, you know, I'm gonna kill it. Private equity content for your head top. And it's very easy to go viral from like, you know, private equity videos and consulting videos and so on and so forth. So I could literally have just bashed out the content, and I did. I have so many day in the life videos. The reason why I was just uninspired to create is because I felt constantly drained from work. And this is not like bashing work or anything. I just felt drained in general. Just to give you a bit of insight, I'd wake up at 6:30 every day. I'd go to work, get into work for like 8:30. And then from 8:30 to 7 on a good day, I'm at work. And then I'm also studying at the moment, right? So I'd study from like 7 to 8:30, maybe 9. Then I would go to gym from 9 to 11. I've done this for like 3 months now, and it's very, very hard to kind of like really get in your creative bag when you're like having that lifestyle, right? And I don't know, like other people can do it, but me, like it was just a struggle, because when I do that throughout the week, especially me, I'm in the office 4 days a week. I'm like extremely exhausted and just tired on the 5th day. And on the weekend, like I'm just like catching up on sleep or trying to like do other things that I'm involved in, right? So yeah, like I feel like the main thing, and one of the reasons why like I just really struggled to drop content, is because I just really felt unmotivated and uninspired and just drained. Like, that being said, I've been very, very active on TikTok, and I've kind of like amassed like a good following in a short space of time, to be honest. Like there's a lot of private equity legions on TikTok. So you guys should like follow that if you actually want to see that freaking content. But, you know, with that being said, I'm kind of like in a space where like I feel like I'm ready to come back to this platform. And I know it's like mad dramatic, because I only have like 400 subscribers. So in the grand scheme of things, I know no one really cares, but again, I'm just saying this, innit? But yeah, I feel like I kind of have a few ideas in terms of like, you know, the kind of content I want to create for the next quarter at least. And you know, I am gonna drop a bunch of like private equity videos and stuff like that, and they're just a few niche things that I feel like, you know, would be of interest to you guys. And yeah, just give you guys some insight into like, you know, like my career and like what I'm navigating at the moment kind of thing, because I feel like those things would be interesting. Again, I'm not making any promises or anything, but you know, I really do want to come back to this platform because I feel like there is a space for me on YouTube. So yeah, I would say on the content creation side, that's very much where my head's been at. Don't really care about Instagram, and I don't think anyone does, to be honest. TikTok is really where it's at, and YouTube, if you can be consistent, which I'm very much going to try to do. I really hate editing as well. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, editing is just like the longest thing ever. Like I said, I have a lot of footage. I haven't edited it. So, and all of these things sound like excuses, but that is very much where I've been, just in terms of content creation. Now, if we move into like what's been occupying my time aside from work, right? So in a lot of like my old videos when I was really on it with YouTube, when I first started, I talk about like this company called Beyond Education sponsoring a lot of my videos, and the jig is up. Like, I'm the founder of Beyond Education, and it's basically an initiative dedicated to helping individuals access early career opportunities in the corporate world. The corporate being tech, financial services, law, consulting, all the like corporate, like things that you would class as corporate, right? So yeah, I've been spending a lot of my time doing that. And to be quite honest, like, you know, from the start of the year, we've been fairly consistent with content. And I say I've literally been like, you know, the creator behind all the content on Beyond Education, from like, you know, making reels, sourcing like people to feature on the page and so on and so forth. So that kind of takes up a lot of my time, and that's something I'm really passionate about, because I want to help as much people like access opportunities that I've been lucky enough to get. Because honestly, like, I say this in the most humblest way possible, I don't think it's that hard. I feel like it's just an information thing, right? So, you know, really trying to sort of build that out. And, you know, I've been focusing all my efforts and time on that, you know. So when I'm not working, I'm usually like working on some sort of initiative or some sort of like thing for Beyond Education. And that's where I've very much been focusing my efforts, you know. Going on to the main bulk of this video, to be quite honest, which I think is really what's been taking up my time. It's just like, you know, my role in corporate. So as you guys know, like, you know, when I started this year kind of thing, I gave the update that, you know, I finally got into private equity, and I'm working for like a top tier private equity fund on an internship, right? And yo, like, I'm just tired, cuz. I'm just tired. Like, as you guys know, like, I finished at 10 today. And to be honest, like, admittedly, like, I'm gonna be so transparent with you guys. Like, I work in like the investor relations team, and then there's like, I help out like the partner with like co-investment stuff as well, right? And the hours are like not as intense as like a deal team, but you know, you're still banging the hours and you're spending a significant amount of your time at work, right? And I think for me, like, when I talk about struggles, so I think being an intern is very, very new to me. Like, I've never been an intern before. I've never been that junior, you know. I've been an analyst, and prior to like me leaving consulting, I was very much like making my way to associate. And like, you know, to be honest, like in consulting, some of the stuff I was exposed to, like I was really doing like some very, very senior work. So I was kind of used to like calling the shots and doing things. Whereas like I underestimated how traditional private equity is in terms of like hierarchy. And when you're an intern, you're very much doing like the grunt work, if you will. There's still some interesting stuff here and there, but you very much have to like, you know, you have to do the grunt work. And I'm just not really used to doing the grunt work. So that's taken a lot of adjusting, you know. It's been like a very, very humbling experience to kind of be on that side of things. But, you know, it was very much like, you know, I'm frustrated at myself because going in, I very much knew that, you know, I was going to make a sacrifice, like trying to get into private equity this way, but this was the only way I could get in, right? So I don't know, like being in it, like it's just been like, okay, wow, like this is the dynamic, and this is what you have to do, right? Like this is how you have to do it. You have to start again, right? So that's been something that I've just really been trying to navigate. And if I'm being so transparent with you guys, it's honestly been a struggle, you know. Like I would say that hasn't been something that I've really adjusted to yet, to be quite honest. I very much say like the role though is super interesting, right? You know, and to give you guys a bit of context, in my consulting role, I was advising investment firms on launching their funds, and I very much thought I had super sick exposure to like private equity firms, but then actually working inside a private equity firm, there's so much more to it than I thought. You know, so it's been really interesting in that regard. I would say like another thing as well, with the internship struggles, is the fact that I'm in the office 4 days a week, right? So, you know, traveling into the office 4 days a week, that's an hour in travel, like back and forth, that's 2 hours of your day gone, you know. And like traveling is really exhausting as well, and you know, that's something that's just like really taken away a lot of my time. And again, like it really affects my mental, because, you know, I've kind of realized that I have this like creative element to me through making content, and it's like, because I'm spending my time like not doing something that's creative, it's kind of like killing my spirits, because I don't have time to like express like my creativity. And that's why like TikTok has really come in clutch these past couple of weeks, because I've been able to just like express my creativity through like a quick skit or something. You know, so that's been really helpful in that regard. But, you know, like I feel like working in traditional 9 to 5 has really just like limited my creativity. Another thing that's really like taken up a lot of my time is I've been studying. So basically at my old consulting firm, they enrolled me on this introduction to investment course. And obviously like that when I left, I had to pay for that qualification. So in my head, I was thinking, nah, bro, like, I'm actually going to do this course. Like, you know, I have to get it back in blood. So I've been sort of trying to study for that as well. And like, let me even show you guys this book. Studying, like, this is like the dense book that I very much have to like study for. And I have to do the exam. So the tricky thing about this is that the syllabus covers from 1st of August 2021 to July 2022. So essentially I need to do 4 exams basically before July. If not, like, this is basically redundant, right? And I've probably only done like up to chapter 5, so I've honestly been slacking. But again, it's because I have no time, right? But it's still taking up a lot of my time because it's a thick book and there's like accompanying materials online to support your studying, so it's a lot, right? So I've kind of been doing that as well. And yeah, like, I would say, to be honest, that's kind of like what's made up my internship struggles, if you will. I really feel like I had a lot more to say on that, but turns out I don't. Lastly is just, you know, a broader life update, like where my head's at the moment. And this is something that I've very, very much been struggling with. And, you know, I've kind of like, I guess like it kind of ties into everything and why like I felt uninspired to make content. So a big part of like the corporate Steve brand, right, was that I liked working in corporate. Like, I like doing 9 to 5. I've always liked what I'm doing, right? And now like I'm at this stage of like discoverability where I'm trying to find out what I like, you know. So I kind of took this deep dive to get into private equity, and, you know, through this I'm trying to discover what I like and so on and so forth, and, you know, really figure out what I want to do with my life. And I've never really been in that position before. Anyone that knows me would tell you from the jump, I've always like been 5 steps ahead. I've always known what I was going to do in the future. I've always known this, I've always known that. And now I feel like I've kind of lost the ability to really see into the future. And I know it sounds like mad obscure and just like, you know, no one really sees into the future, but I've always had that ability. I've always known like everything I was going to do. Like, everything that I've done up to this point in my professional and personal life, like, I've literally planned it out. Like, I've always known it. So to be in this unfamiliar position where it's like, you know, I'm doing this internship and I don't really know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future career-wise. It's kind of, it still has like a very, very like profound effect on my mental health in terms of like how I'm navigating that, because, you know, I wake up like every day with anxiety thinking like, you know, what am I going to do in the future? Like, you know, my internship is temporary. Like, it's an off-cycle internship. There's no guarantee of me converting to a full-time role. That's just been really like scary and has been something that I've been just trying to navigate. And it's hard, right? Because I don't really like burdening people and talking to people about these things, because, you know, people have their own struggles they're going through. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be super transparent with you guys. Like, over the past weeks, like, the anxiety attacks have just been a lot. Like, I mean, I didn't know there were anxiety attacks or like panic attacks until, like, you know, I called a friend, I spoke to a friend kind of thing, and I kind of been looking online and I was like, shit, I'm having a panic attack. But I remember, like, you know, I was in the gym the other day and like work had been like a lot that day. And I was just like, you know, I was just in my head about everything. And I remember being in the gym and my heart was like beating super fast, but like I wasn't even working out that hard. Like, I think I had just started my set. And I just couldn't breathe, and I had to call my friend, and I was like, yo, like, I don't understand what's wrong with me. Like, I'm super scared, like, my heart's just beating and I don't get what's going on. And she was like, Stephen, I think you're having an anxiety attack. It's been like, you know, an eye-opener, right? But I think ultimately, what I've kind of learned and what I'm trying to adopt is just taking like one day at a time. You know, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. Another thing that I really want to do this year is just leverage mentors. Like, I really want to, like, you know, tap into my network and actually speak to some mentors. So someone that actually like helps me just like, you know, navigate like my thought process recently is a great guy on LinkedIn called Kieran Paul. He helps like lawyers like get into the industry. And I just reached out to him because I like his content like on LinkedIn, even though like I don't want to be a lawyer, so that was pretty cool. I also like had the privilege of speaking to Hafsal Hussein as well. Like, I'm pretty sure all of you that like, you know, watch like corporate videos on VC, private equity, investment banking, all of that stuff know him. But literally I had a chat with him today for like 45 minutes and, you know, just kind of talked him through like my thought process and all the things I'm going through. And like, bro was super helpful as well. So, you know, definitely want to like leverage mentors a lot more take things one day at a time, and just like, you know, kind of recognize that I'm just doing all the things that I can do at the end of the day, and that's all that really matters. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this video is very much just to kind of like get all my feelings out there. Like, I really have nothing of value to say to you guys. I don't know how I'm going to chop this up or edit it. There's not really that much of a structure to this video. It's just me rambling. But yeah, that is kind of my update. I hope to be back with content consistently. And yeah, man. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.